Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Hello students. How are you today? I hope you are good. Stay healthy and happy at home. In this occasion, I would like to explain the materials for 8th grade students entitled Obligation and Prohibition. This already is written in Basic Competence 3.3 and 4.3. And for today's activities are identifying pictures, reading aloud, identifying sentences related to obligations and prohibition, and the last one, understanding the use of words must, have to, mustn't, don't have to, and can't. Before I explain the main materials about obligation and prohibition, here I have a picture for you. Here we go. Yeah, this is Tata Tertib Sekolah. I think you already know about this poster. Yeah, this is a regulation about the students at school. Well, this is the English version of the previous poster about Tata Tertib Sekolah. Yeah, this is the English version. School rules. I will read the school rules number 1 up to number 7 for you. Students have to come to school 5 minutes before class begins. Students have to wear school uniform every day. Cell phones are not allowed to be used in school. Cell phones can be brought to school but must be submitted in teacher's room. Students will get their cell phones back at the end of the class. Students are not allowed to eat in the classroom. Students must eat lunch only in the outside of classroom or in students' cafeteria. So, why I show these school rules in these materials today? Because I will make this material be contextual, so you can connect the theory. So you can connect the theory with the application in daily life. Well, this is our materials today: obligations and prohibition. Yeah, the word that you have studied and memorized here, it is about must, have to, mustn't, don't have to, and can't. The learning objectives for today are: you are able to make a sentence about obligation and prohibition, and of course, you are able to make rules based on the situation given. If in the previous slide, I'll give you example in the form of poster, school rules. Here I'll give you another example in the form of dialogue. Okay, I will read it for you. Dialogue 1. This is the dialogue between the security and Mr. Brian. Hey you, what are you doing here? You can't enter this building. Sorry, but I have an appointment with Dr. Layla. She is my daughter. Show me your ID card, please. Here you are, sir. Well, that sounds okay. Dr. Layla is in 3rd floor. You can take the lift, sir. Well, after I read this dialogue for you, can you guess which sentence that express about obligation or prohibition? Okay, I will show you the sentence. Here we go. You can't enter this building. Yeah, this sentence express about prohibition. You can't enter this building. Here the word can, it means that this sentence is express about prohibition. You can't enter this building. Okay, dialogue 2. This dialogue is between teacher and Bobby. I will read it for you again. Okay, why are you late? Sorry sir, I helped my parents. Whatever your reason, you should know you have to obey the school rules. Yes sir, I'm sorry. Okay, after I read this dialogue for you with sentence that express about obligation or prohibition. Okay, I will show you. Here we go. You have to obey the school rules. Yeah, this sentence is express about prohibition or obligation. You have to obey the school rules. Yeah, this sentence is express about obligation because here stated have to. You have to obey the school rules. Yeah, the sentence is express about obligation. Alright, we entering to the main materials about prohibition and obligation. But firstly, I will explain for you about prohibition. Yeah, if you want to express about prohibition, you can use these words, can't and mustn't or must not. Can't and mustn't or must not are used to show that something is prohibited or not allowed. The examples here, you mustn't say rude words. You can't eat anything in class. Okay, students, actually the use of mustn't and can't here are quite different. I will show you the difference between mustn't and can't. Okay, mustn't usually means that it is the speaker who is setting the rule. It means that the rule is come from your own. It's like the rule is come from your own. And can't usually gives the idea of something that is against the rule. It means that if you break the rules, you will get punishment. Yeah, something like that. Can you imagine that? Next is about obligation. If you want to express about obligation, you can use these words have to and must. Have to and must are both used to express obligation. There is a slight difference in the way that they are both used. So these two words is also different in use. Yeah, the difference is have to shows that the obligations comes from someone else, not the speaker. This is usually referring to a rule or law. So it means that if you break the rule, yeah, you can get punishment. For example, they have to wear their school uniform at school. Okay, you can imagine if you come to the school and you do not wear the uniform, yeah, you can get the punishment, right? Okay, but must here must show us that the obligations comes from the speaker. For example, I must call my parents. If you do not call your parents, it's okay, right? Yeah, because must is the obligations come from the speaker. Here is an example of the difference between have to and must. Yeah, I'll give you another example. I hope with this example will make the concept of have to and must is clearer for you. Okay, my doctor said that I have to stop smoking or I'll risk serious problem. I have no choice. Yeah, this is about have to. My doctor said I have to stop smoking or I'll risk serious problem. The second sentence, I must stop smoking. It's costing me too much money. It's my decision. It means that I must stop smoking. It's his or her decision to stop smoking, right? So the sentence use must. But this sentence is different. My daughter said that I have to stop smoking. He stopped smoking because of the doctor. Okay, can you imagine the difference between have to and must? Well, I think that's all for the explanation about prohibition and obligation. I hope you comprehend the materials, and if you're still confused with the materials, you can contact me in Google Classroom. Okay, students, thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.